Hey there friends, it's Amanda. Welcome back to the Whimsy Stamps YouTube channel. Today I want to share with you how I created this fun snowflake card using some fun embossing and a really fun stamp, the Snow Flurries. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. The first step in creating this card is I've got an A2 sized card panel here. This is just some light blue cardstock from my stash, and I'm going to ink blend it using my Distress inks today. I'm using Salty Ocean, Chipped Sapphire, and Black Soot. I really like doing this kind of gradient style on colored cardstock to start with. It helps you kind of not have to work so hard to get a really nice blend or a nice gradient. You can definitely use just white cardstock and start with an even lighter blue. This is just a personal preference for me, but I start with the Salty Ocean and then I go in with the Chipped Sapphire, kind of go around the edges, and I'm not super concerned about getting a really fantastic blend here because I am going to be doing lots of heat embossing over top, so it will kind of hide any areas that I'm not happy with. So I'm going to go in and add that ink blending. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is really simple. Again, if you use colored cardstock, it makes it so you don't have to work so hard. Just going to go in back and forth until I'm happy with the way that the Salty Ocean and the Chipped Sapphire blend with each other. And then I can go in with the Black Soot. And I really think that the Black Soot deepens and kind of really enhances the color. I think this would be really pretty with some other colors other than blue. You could definitely do it in like a nice deep purple color, or even for the holidays you could do like red and green, which I think would be really nice as well. So it's definitely a versatile set that you can use for the whole winter season. Once I have the ink blending done and I am happy with it, I am going to get ready to do my embossing, but I am going to set this off to the side to dry completely so I don't have any issues with the embossing. I really want to make sure that it is completely dry so we don't have any embossing powder sticking where we don't want it. Once that's set for a while, I got my MISTI stamping tool out here to work on the actual stamping. So I am using the Snow Flurries, and I'm going to use almost all, I think I used all of the snowflakes and then some of the greetings. So I wanted this to be kind of a winter, like birthday card maybe, or just a thinking of you or anything like that, winter themed card. So I took the large snow stamp and I used some white embossing powder, and I'm going to heat that up. I wanted to make sure I did my greeting first, so I had it placed ahead of time so I could make the snowflakes kind of filter around it, so I knew I had it in the right spot. Once that's all done, I'm going to go in with the snowflake. So this is where you can have a lot of fun with this. You can definitely kind of mix and match and go through all of the different embossing powders that you have and just have a lot of fun with it. I am using white, silver, and clear embossing powder for my project today, but you could use all white, all silver if you only have one or the other. You could use colored stamping, anything like that to make this fun card. This is a go-to kind of design for me. I really like doing anything with snowflakes, and this set is absolutely perfect for it. There's lots of varieties of sizes and shapes, and I think they work really well together. And the greetings are all fantastic as well, and I just think it's a really well-rounded and great stamp set. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do some clear embossing first. I am using Versamark ink to do my stamping, and I really like using the MISTI tool when I'm doing lots of embossing because it really helps you get double stamping whenever you're working with, again, lots of embossing, just so you don't have any shifting or movement and you get some really good stamping. So going in with that clear embossing powder, this is from Ranger, and I'm going to hit it with my heat gun. And I really like seeing clear embossing powder or clear embossing over top of colored cardstock because it really makes for a fun idea and style. And another thing that I really like about embossing, especially with snowflakes, is that you can overlap over top of embossing that you've already done. And that's what I'm doing here today. I am doing layering up my embossing to create the fun effect that we've got here. I am going to speed up the video just a little bit here, just because it is a repetitive kind of thing and there is no right or wrong way to where you place your snowflakes. It's just whatever you feel looks the best to your eye, whatever you feel goes well with your design. You could definitely fill this card up completely with snowflakes all over, but I wanted to leave some nice empty space. I was thinking that, you know, snowflakes falling from the sky, and I really wanted to showcase some of the ink blending and just have fun with it. And that's all I can really say about that, is just have fun and go with whatever you feel looks the best. And I really did enjoy creating this card and using the snowflake stamps. This is my first video with Whimsy stamps, so I'm super excited to be a part of the team. And I love all of their products, and the team members are fantastic, and I can't wait to share more videos with you guys this year. I'm super excited to get going, and the winter season is probably one of my favorites, so it's a perfect time of year to get going on a lot of the Whimsy products. And I really hope you guys enjoyed the video and all of the products that I'm sharing with you today. Again, just going back and forth with the different snowflakes, cleaning off the stamps in between each one, and again, there is no right or wrong way to place these. Again, just go with what you feel looks the best, and I just had a lot of fun with it. Once I had my last snowflake done here, I am going to work on my greeting. So I'm going to stamp with this one last snowflake here, and I'm going to stamp it with this silver embossing powder. And then I'm going to work on my greeting. So initially I was going to do this card as like a Let It Snow, but I felt like that was a little bit too Christmassy. I'm not sure. But anyway, so I decided to go with One Like You is this greeting that's in here. So it says Snow One Like You. And I feel like that made it more of a kind of generic everyday greeting that you could use for like a birthday card or a thinking of you card or anything to kind of uplift somebody's day. And that's kind of what I was going with here. So I took some dark blue cardstock, and I'm heating it up with some white embossing powder, and then I'm going to fussy cut the greeting out. This is one of my favorite ways to do like small greetings like this, is just to fussy cut them out if I don't have a die. And there's lots of really great banner dies and things like that you can use from Whimsy, but I felt like cutting it out would make it nestle really well with the snow greeting that I had added earlier. So I'm just going to cut that out using my scissors here, and we'll get ready to assemble the rest of the card. And it is super easy because this font is super easy to cut around. I just leave a little bit of space like a die normally would, and I just go right around it, and it's a really relaxing process. So once that's all done, I can get my card base ready. I am using a top folding A2 sized card base today. It's my preferred method. And I thought about putting the greeting underneath the snow, but it just didn't look right to me. So I put it kind of on top, and it's a little, I think it might be a little odd to read, but in my mind, I felt like it looked really nice. It says Snow One Like You, and I just love it so much. So here's my card base, and I am going to take my main panel here, and I'm going to trim off just a little bit around the edges so I have a nice border. I'm just taking a smallest amount off the edges. There's no real measurement with this, just enough to kind of create that fun frame around here. Now you could easily use some dies to cut this out, but again, I didn't want to have too much white going on. I really wanted to focus on the white that's in the snowflakes. I'm going to use my liquid adhesive here to add my panel to my card base. And then once we get that adhered, I'm going to add my greeting on top. I'm going to use some foam adhesive to add the greeting as well. And I left the inside of the card blank, so you could definitely leave this open-ended, use it for a birthday card, any occasion whatsoever. And I think this would be fun to mass produce. You could definitely do a lot of these cards, kind of do a process line where you have all of your panels ink blended, you stamp one, take it out, cover it in embossing powder, do the next one, stamp it, and kind of do an assembly line style. It would be a lot of work, but I think it would make for a really nice gift for a card set for the winter time. You know, I don't normally send out a whole lot of cards in the winter, but I do have a lot of people in my family who have birthdays in the winter. So I feel like they kind of get overshadowed by Christmas in general. So I think creating cards just for them for the winter is a lot of fun. Now that I have my greeting in place, I am going to go in with a few fun elements. I'm going to add some glitter to my greeting, and then I'm also going to be adding some pearl embellishments. This is from Calls for Confetti. This is the cream pearl embellishments, and they're super pretty. I felt like they went really well with the card here, and I'm just going to place those randomly all around using my liquid adhesive, just where I feel like they look the best. I don't really have kind of a process in my mind on where I place them. I just go where I feel like I needed to add a little bit more interest and sparkle. And these are super pretty. I love the color on these, and I love the variety of sizes. There's really big ones, and then there's teeny weeny ones, which I absolutely love. I love that there's a nice variety. And this Calls for Confetti. There are so many colors that you can choose from, and I really like this cream color because I felt it was really versatile. You could use it for any occasion, any season, and it worked really, really well, especially with these snowflakes. Add a few more down here on the bottom. And again, I don't have any kind of method on how I place these. I don't really do like a rule of 3 or anything like that. I do try to go with like an odd number, but that's just me because I'm weird like that. I like odd numbers when I do my crafts, but again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. Once I have those placed, I'm going to add one more up here on the top, and then I'm going to go in with a Stardust glitter pen as well as a Nouveau Aqua Shimmer pen and add some shimmer to the greeting here. And then with the Stardust pen, I'm just going to go around and add little dots of sparkle in between the snowflakes and some of the empty areas just to add a little bit more interest. And that will finish up my card video today for Whimsy Stamps. I really appreciate you stopping by and taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the Whimsy Stamp YouTube channel and other social media platforms. You can find all of their products and content on the Whimsy Stamp YouTube channel and on their website. Again, I appreciate you stopping by and watching the video, and I can't wait to share with you some more here at the Whimsy Stamps YouTube channel. Bye.